Hi Milan, I love you, and I want to tell you a story from the Bible today. I don't have a book, but it's still a good story. It's about a young boy whose name was Daniel. Daniel really loved God, and Daniel was also a servant to a king, and he was the king, one of the king's closest friends. But there were three tricksters, three men that also wanted to be friends with the king, and they made a plan that they thought would make it so the king would not like Daniel anymore. These three tricksters tricked the king into making a new law that would, and the law said that only the king could be worshipped, not God. And since Daniel really loved God, and he knew that God was way more important than any king, Daniel disobeyed the rule. Daniel decided to worship God, and he prayed to God. And what happened? Milan, these three tricksters, they saw Daniel praying to God instead of the king, and they tattled on Daniel to the king. And since the king made a law, he had to punish Daniel. And for punishment for worshiping God, the king, he was very sad because he really liked Daniel, but the king put Daniel into a pit with lots of hungry lions. Um, and Daniel's punishment, Milan, was that he was going to be eaten by lions for worshiping God. And the king put Daniel into the pit at night, and the next morning when he woke up, he was sad still. Actually, I don't even think he slept. He didn't sleep or eat that whole night. So the next morning, he went by the pit where the lions were, thinking that he was going to see Daniel's body eaten. But Milan, guess what he saw? Daniel was in the pit with the lions, standing around, praying to God, and the lions did not eat him. The king said, "Daniel, why did you not get eaten?" And Daniel explained to him, "Well, king, God sent his angels to close the mouth of the lions, and the lions could not eat me." This made the king so happy because he still got to see his friend, and the king also got to learn about the glory of God. He saw that God was real and that God could protect his people. So the king made a new law that said, you don't have to worship me anymore, you need to worship God. And you remember those three tricksters? Since those tricksters broke the king's trust and tricked him into making an evil law, the king fed those three tricksters to the lion. So it's a very exciting story, and what it shows you even more is that God will protect you regardless of what the world is saying. Even if the king doesn't like you, even if your teacher doesn't like you and is being mean, God still loves you, and you just need to focus on him and worship him. So Milan, let's thank God for protecting Daniel and for protecting us, and let's ask him to teach us how to be good and keep loving him. Dear Jesus, God, thank you for protecting Daniel. Thank you for sending your angels to keep the lions from eating him. God, thank you for being a just king and for making rules that are real and that serve you instead of serve us. God, please continue to protect us. Protect Milan, protect Ludi and Anya and Grandma and Victoria. And teach us to love you. More important than anything else, teach us to love you and to live lives that honor you. I love you, Milan. I love you, Ludi, if you're there. I'm sure you are. Kiss for both of you. Bye.